Hey guys, so I'm an undergrad student, and sometimes writing research is hard. It's hard to literature search for it, and I'm gonna share some tools that have made it way easier for me.
Alright, let's start off with Elicit. So, Elicit is an AI searching software, and yeah, so you can type in your query. It's basically like ChatGPT, and it'll give you research relevant to your query from its database. So, just for an example, we'll head on over to one of my assignments. I have to do a bioethics essay. I have to make three arguments for and two arguments against a claim. And my claim, I've just chosen the topic AI in healthcare. So let's just go ahead and type it in. And we'll just say, what are the benefits of AI in healthcare? And just like ChatGPT, the words you use do matter. So you can alter the words, get some different results. And what we have here is a summary of the top four papers it finds. So it gives you a list of papers and it summarizes the four top ones. And you can see right away that it has, so we have our arguments here right away. And I'm just going to type them in here, and that way it's easier to gather them. So when you're writing an essay, this process just makes it much easier to get all your points, and it's a good starting foot to get your assignment going, because honestly this summary is, I would have to read like a few, maybe more, several abstracts to get the gist of what's going on, what are the benefits of AI, what are the cons. And it gives me three arguments here right away in this summary. And unlike ChatGPT, there are references here. So you can see at the end of the sentences, there are references. And now I'm just going to look for some counter arguments. So I have ethical concerns and data biases. Those will be my two counter arguments. And this isn't my finished essay. Of course, as I do more research, these will probably change. But it's a very good starting off point, and I don't have to look, on Google or like PubMed and go through articles to get a basis. So now I can go in these research articles, go in the citations, and start my search and build my essay. I also like the columns here. So you can see it summarizes the abstract in a sentence, and you can have additional columns like main findings, outcomes measured, etc. And this just adds, it allows you to quickly look over a study, see if it's worth reading. Here I have another example to just show you how useful some of the columns can be. So I've chosen advances for gene therapy and sickle cell disease. And this just, so we can see the outcome measured, because in this type of research, we're really looking at outcomes measured. So you can see for sickle cell disease, they've measured red blood cell transfusions, they've measured anemia, hemolysis, and sickling. So you can see what you're looking for. It helps you find what you're looking for faster, rather than maybe control plus F and trying to find keywords, or trying to just type in your keywords. So I really like that. And of course you can select what kind of studies, randomized control trials, and so on. But yeah, really cool columns. And yeah, it's a great way to get your research off on the right foot. So let's look at Scopus. Scopus is kind of like your old school research database. So you can see that I've logged in through my university, and it's just like, it's a more traditional database. You do need a login from an institution to access it. And it's the Elviseer database, and I'll just type in quotations AI and healthcare, and we'll see what it comes up with. And honestly, this is why I really like it. Like, the results are huge. I would not definitely find this in my university library online search, so it's cool. And I also like the ways you can sort all these studies. You can sort newest, the most relevant, you can do highest, lowest citations, you can search by author, title. It's really cool if you want to find something specific. Now, the highest cited one is this review. It's got 1,600 citations, but yeah, so this sidebar is also pretty cool. And I think this subject area is kind of neat. So we're looking at AI and healthcare, that's the search, but you can look at in different subjects. So like psychology within AI and healthcare. So we'll do limit to psychology and see what that comes up with. And all right, let's take a look here. The impact of big data analytics, AI on supply chain and hospital environmental performance. All right, so we know that hospital environmental has an effect on patient care. Intelligence, let's go down. The roles of trust, personalization, loss of privacy in smart healthcare services. So, yeah, AI and healthcare within the field of psychology. So it's pretty cool. There were a lot of fields. I can see business management and accounting as well there. So it's pretty cool. And you can also search within, of course, article, review, etc. You can go by keywords. And I think this is pretty cool. Also, you can do countries. So you can compare research from one country to another, say within the same research topic. You can see the funding sponsors, the affiliations, who's funding this research, where AI research is being done, and cool insights if you want to do some meta analyses of a certain sector. Then you can also save these searches, set up new alerts for different searches. If you're really in the field, if you're perhaps a grad student. And this is cool. It shows you the abstract. And then what I really like is that it links back to the Ontario Tech Library, my school library. In a lot of cases, these articles don't really have free access, and my school library allows me to look at them for free. And this way it just links me right there, and I don't have to waste time, opening up a new tab and searching it there. So I can do advanced queries also to search a little bit more in depth. It does only have Boolean operators. I wish maybe like Elicit it had, where you could just type in a sentence and have it a little more interactive, but still very powerful. Okay, moving on to my favorite one, and this is really powerful and creative. So we have Inciteful. So for an example, we'll go to a paper I did a while ago on beach bark disease. It was a very niche topic. We were supposed to write about invasive species, and I had the hardest time trying to find papers for it. I had to go back to 1934, but we needed to meet a certain reference count for the rubric, and it was just, I was seeing the same names over and over. And when I paste it in here, you see a web. It's very cool just to visualize what's going on. And you can see there's some repeat names, but it provides you additional names, and it provides them to you in a much more visible manner than a database or Google or PubMed, where it's like a list view. I really like the idea of seeing everything in a web, because it's a lot easier to see the connections. You can see the list view down here. You just have to scroll. But yeah, I really like the web view. Inciteful also has a couple other features. So let's back into Scopus and let's type in beach bar disease and management. And what you can do, I'm planning to connect two documents. So we have a few results in Scopus, and what Inciteful allows us to do is you can take one paper and go paste another paper and it'll find the links, and you can really do some cool stuff if you find interesting studies to compare and contrast to. So I'm just trying to search for something cool and something that would give unique search results. You can also view preprints on Scopus. I think I didn't cover that. So anything posted on BioRvix or Arvix, or I think they have 7 different preprints that are in their database. You can look at patents. This is interesting. So how about we just do this? So we'll do suite way based. We'll go into the search function here. So you can connect 2 papers. We'll do the suite way based biopesticide composition, just the first study there. And then we'll go, let's see, what else should we connect it to? I think maybe I'll do a review just as a review is broad and has a lot of connections. So we'll do the kale review and watch me struggle as I try to find the DOI. You just gotta click and there's the DOI, which I can paste into Inciteful. And we'll see what the connection between these two seemingly unrelated topics and it's honestly, this was mind-blowing when I first found it. You can do so much powerful multidisciplinary analysis with this. So here it's huge. Let me zoom in. Okay, so that's not our study. This is our study. That's the review. Here's what it connects to. Then let's see what else. So the dots are how referenced the studies are, so how big the studies are. And you can see that, this is our other study at the top here. So from our top study and down to our review, these are the connections. And you can see it has a lot of cool papers, a lot of different multidisciplinary stuff, fungal colonization of beach bar disease. That's cool. And if I scroll down, let's go, you can do by categories. I think let's go to that fungal colonization one. And yeah, this is cool because it's highly cited. You can see the paths, and it's a little something I would have definitely never found this on just a regular database. So it's really cool. It also has another function, so you can search up to 5 different papers. So this means that you can average the results of 5 different papers and have it make a graph that combines all those 5 papers. Hope you guys like that. It's cool because science works because other people do stuff that you don't have to do. When you're researching, doing experiments, going out in the field, and you publish your results, you want to make sure that people can find them and they don't have to repeat them because you've already done the work. And people can look at that work and expand upon it. And that's how science progresses. And, Eventually, you gather enough pieces to be able to see the whole picture, and that's science.